Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com here with the rapid video for the Modern Festival Preliminary. Hope you enjoyed the replays. I apologize if I'm a little bit out of sorts with the replays. I'm not used to doing replays. Of course, I'm more of a live commentary person, and it was a little bit awkward getting used to the system for MTG with the playback. But anywho, 4-1 finish with Soul Sisters, not bad. Again, this has been my go-to deck. I've had a phenomenal time with Soul Sisters, especially of recent. I think this is the first tournament I've queued up since the GP Vegas, where I was able to 5-0 the grinder. So effectively, I'm 9-1 in my last competitive tournaments with Soul Sisters, which isn't bad whatsoever. So here's the Modern Festival Preliminary. This is from Wizards' website. There are 28 of them. So that was the first one that I was able to do of the scheduled preliminaries, and I was able to qualify because 4 match wins earns you an invitation to Modern Festival's finals, and was also able to give me 6 Modern Masters boosters packs, as well as 2 qualifier points, and that premium Eternal Witness. So that was pretty sweet. Again, you'll have plenty of opportunities to do these. These are queuing, I believe, every 4 or 5, maybe 4, 5, 6 hours. If we look at MTGO right now, I'm sure one of them will be coming up here. Yeah, one at 3 a.m. here. You can see what time I'm taping these videos, by the way. And then the next one after that is 11 a.m. So actually they're about 8 hours. Yeah, 8 hours difference. 7 hours between those two and whatnot. So they have a few per day, to say the least. One at your convenience. I'm sure you can find a time to do it. They are 5 rounds, so you have to put that in consideration. That even though it's not a long tournament, that is quite long for MTGO when you compare it to an 8-man queue or a daily, which is a 4, which is an 8-man queue is 3 rounds and a daily is 4 rounds. So anyway, we will go back to the website here and then click on this festival's finals, and this is where I want to show you how cool this is. And this is going to have a first place 35 qualifier points. Qualifier points get you to the end of season. There's it's in MTGO. You earn a certain amount of qualifying points. I rarely have enough qualifier points, so I usually spend my time in the 2-man queues rather than any other queues. So this is like end of season. You have a tournament and then you play for. I think there's pretty good prize at end of seasons, and then they have a huge tournament which is almost comparable to the Pro Tour for the online players at the end of the year. And yeah, I'll have to research exactly what. Again, I haven't. It's the Magic Online Champion Series, I believe is what it's called, MOX, and there's some pretty sweet prize for that. So qualifier points are something a lot of people spend a lot of time grinding for, so you can play in these major tournaments. So 35, I believe, is qualifies you pretty closely for any one of the end of season ones. I'll have to see what the threshold is for that. But anywho, this one is going to be going on Sunday, July 5th at 9 Pacific. All right, so I'm going to get that date down. So I need to put that aside in my schedule to play in this. It's got a Swiss and a top 8, and it's invitation only. I showed you exactly how you become invited for it. And didn't they say they're doing 24 of them? So there's going to be, I don't know how many 4-1 finishes that equals, but it seems to be it's going to be a pretty full tournament. So first place is going to get 1 copy of every Modern Legal set. 1 copy of every Modern Legal set. So 1 of each card out of every card that's ever been printed in Modern. 1 premium Modern Master set, and that means foil for those of you. That's what they call foils, is premiums. And that's Modern Masters, not Modern Masters 2015. So there's some pretty cool expensive cards in there. And 1 premium Modern Masters 2015 edition set. So you get a foil of each one of those sets and a copy of every Modern Legal card. For second place, it is 1 premium Modern Master set and 1 premium Modern Masters 2015 set. So not the 1 copy. And third through fourth gets a regular of each one of those sets. Fifth through eighth gets a Modern Masters set. 9th through 16th gets 12 packs. 17th through 32nd gets 9 packs, and 33rd through 64th gets 6 packs. So it's a pretty sweet little tournament. I'm glad to be qualified, and I will probably be either taping or streaming those videos on Rogue Deck Builder So definitely come check out my YouTube channel, YouTube/Rogue Deck Builder. Most likely going to be playing Soul Sisters unless for whatever reason I decide to switch over. My other go-to decks are Tooth and Nail and Scred Red. I really think that Soul Sisters was better matched up against the metagame. If we would have played Tooth and Nail, Boggles is usually pretty easy for Tooth and Nail because they don't interact very much with your deck. I mean, their only removal actually helps you ramp, and then the things they would be removing would be an early Arborel for an early Voyaging Satyr. So I think Tooth and Nail is pretty heavily favored versus Boggles, and then we don't know what else would have been paired up after that. And then Amulet Bloom, I actually like Tooth and Nail against Amulet Bloom a lot more than Soul Sisters. In fact, it becomes after sideboard with the Blood Moons and the Acidic Slimes. It can become quite an easy matchup. So anywho, Scred Red would have been very good against a majority of those decks. Would have struggled though against Boggles as well. So most likely Soul Sisters. Check out my channel for that. We'll go back up to the wrap-up video or the deck. And again, I think the only changes I'm going to make is maybe go up to a 3rd Ghost Quarter or even a 4th Ghost Quarter. I can easily take out more Plains or Flagstones or something like that to accommodate the other Ghost Quarter. And I'm thinking another Wrath of God wants to be in here instead of Return of the Ranks or maybe a Stony Silence. It's just. Am I expecting to see Merfolk in more of the Jund decks? Then Wrath of Gods will definitely come in. If not, then I do like the Stony Silences and Suppression Fields. But I'm definitely open for your comments. So please comment what your particular deck tech for like sideboard tech is for Soul Sisters. I'd like to hear your comments in the comment section below. If you enjoyed these replay videos or not. Again, I'll get better at doing them when I don't think I'll be doing many of the replay videos just because it's too much of a hassle to try to go through and record. And I think I'm much better of a live commentator than some like a replay. Anywho, let me know what you thought about this. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.